Hello, my name is Underdog Plays. You can just call me the Commentary Man. Today we will be doing the Undercard Season 3, Episode 5. And if you missed the last episode, history has officially been made. That's right. Andre lost. I can't believe it either. Spoiler alert. Andre the Giant is no longer the champion. And it's going to take him quite a while to get back into that contender spot. Because it's all about earning those wins and getting those points here in the undercard. So, let's proceed to the show. This is episode 5, Zero to Hero. It's all about the people that don't have wins yet or have only one win or low amount of points. We're going to try to boost them all up. So we got Jake the Snake Roberts facing off against Eric Rowan in our opening bout. Then we have JTG versus Scorpio Sky. Then we've got Mickie James facing off against Lacey Evans for the first time ever in some female competition. And then we've got Brian Cage versus Curtis Axel. And in match number 5, we've got Kiryu defending his junior championship against Molly Holly. And in match number 6, we've got Spawn versus Jerry Lynn. And in our main event today, on this episode of the Undercard, we've got Colt Cabana versus Mike Tyson for the number 1 contendership. The winner of that match will face Kiryu in the main event of the next episode. So you're not going to want to miss an episode. You got to catch them all just like Pokemon. Not going to want to miss any of these matches. I'll tell you right now, we've had such a great season already, and we're just getting started. Literally, this show is starting. Literally. So, just to check my notes, I don't think either of these guys has a point. No, they don't. Okay, so Eric Rowan versus Jake Roberts. Neither of them have a win up until this point, and they desperately need it. It's episode 5, and there's going to be about 13 to 14 episodes in a season. So, come on, guys, get your work together. It just hasn't worked out for them. They each had some big matchups and some decent performances, but alas, couldn't get that all-important victory, and only one of them can get it right here. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be the big man, Eric Rowan, or the legend, Jake Roberts? Power by Eric Rowan. Ooh, slowed down a bit there. Playing it smart. He knows he can't just use, pure power all the time. He's got to take a step back and reassess what he's doing here, especially against a veteran like Jake the Snake. Oop, misses a kick there. Up against the rope, stops his momentum. Rowan gets slammed down against the mat, and Roberts working on the leg there. Referee Mark Armstrong this season has been okay. Took a couple bumps, and speaking of bumps, oh, there's a couple fists to the face of Eric Rowan. Robert showing off that he hasn't lost touch with his former glory days. We do have a time machine here. I think it's important to remind people. We've got an interdimensional portal as well. Anything can happen here in the world of Fire Pro. Anything can happen right here on the undercard, just like that, with a punch to the face. Roberts knocks down the larger opponent. Almost 5 minutes into this match, and in the corner we go. Wait a minute. Rowan creates separation. This is what I'm talking about. He's playing a little bit smarter, as you can see, and it might just pay off here. but he keeps getting hit by that punch combo as Jake the Snake is just taunting right in front of him, but gets knocked down by the big forearm. Eric Rowan trying to take control of this match, but it didn't work out there. Working on the lower region, trying to knock down the big man, and he does it again. Hooks the leg, 1, 2, and barely gets the shoulder up. Roberts might have gassed himself too early in this match, though. Gets knocked down, and here comes the big splash. 1, 2. He uses all that weight to just press down against his opponent, and using the strength there to lift Roberts up and down. DDT, there it is! The move that made him famous. The move that clearly never beats anybody. Oh, just gets knocked down there. Short arm clothesline. Roberts goes to the sleeper. Could see a submission here. Rowan's got to power out. We had a couple submission victories last episode, so you know, you guys gotta believe that each performer has a little bit of skill when it comes to submissions. I don't know if it's their specialty, but it can happen. Anything can happen here. He's got a steel chair. Gotta watch out for that. There is a Japanese 20 count on the outside, just reminding everybody about the rules. This could be a DQ, but he gets out of the way. And Roberts is getting chased down by a steel chair. And what is the referee's counting? I don't know what's going on. Suplex onto the steel. What the hell? Rowan is trying to cheat his way to the victory, and the referee's just letting it happen. I don't believe what I'm seeing. Shoulder breaker. Dragging the carcass of Roberts to the center of the ring. Guts him. DDT hits, and Roberts is unable to capitalize, but wait a minute, maybe he might get it here too, and no! Rowan, 2.9, gets the shoulder up just in time, and that steel chair is in play. I can't believe it. The referee shouldn't have let that go. Punch to the face. Taunt, as we've seen before. Roberts looking for a victory, his first victory in the season. Same with Rowan, both at 0 points. I think at this point, obviously, you gotta have at least 3 to even be in the contendership picture. If it's episode 5, that makes sense to me. Picks him back up, gets elbowed. Clothesline. This is gonna be the choke out. No. 13 minutes into the match, Rowan picks him up by the forehead. Flapjacks. What's for breakfast? It's flapjacks, and it's a scoop slam by Roberts. Will Roberts get the victory here as he hits a third DDT? That's gotta be all she wrote. And it is. Finally, that finisher pays off big time, and Eric Rowan, unfortunately, remains at 0 points, officially the lowest in the season. There's a lot of performers here with only 1 point. It's like almost unbelievable that everybody's having a bad year here. JTG versus Scorpio Sky. Unfortunately, both of these guys are also at 0. So there's only one way for them to get a victory, and it's going to be fighting each other, because they were formerly a tag team. They actually had a couple tag team matches. Jake the Snack. What? JTG, Scorpio Sky, known as Sky Crime or Sky Time. Either way you want to say it, there's a clothesline straight to your face. JTG is from Brooklyn, and he likes to represent his hood, as he calls it. Scorpio Sky, of course, from Southern California, representing SCU, part of a AEW franchise. Ooh, got scooped outside of the ring and rolls back in. Elbow combo, unable to follow up, got caught by a snapmare and a leg drop to follow. Super kick to the face. Everybody does a super kick. Oh, he blocked the strike. What a maneuver. Takedown. They're just going to keep it simple here. Kitchen sink. This is run-of-the-mill wrestling if I've ever seen it. Here we go. Oh, and there's the wheel kick by Scorpio Sky. Both of these guys, they know they have to win here. They have respect for each other. They work together as a team, and they might have to do so again in the future. But this is all about getting that first point they both desperately need. Moonsault with a cover, but not much there. Only a 1 count. Referee says this is the first episode of fall. It's now entering the fall season, getting geared up towards Halloween. We might have a special Halloween episode. That would be cool. Ooh, suplex bounces out of the ring. Only a 2 count and he's back in. JTG now with a belly to belly. Striking at each other in the corner we go. One point doesn't really sound like a lot. I mean, but it's important to get that first point. Because then you get some level of confidence. Sometimes it's more about the win. You know, you just need that win to prove to yourself, all right, I deserve to be here in the undercard. And now I can move on and hopefully earn myself a title shot. Awkward collision there. JTG colliding with Scorpio Sky, and he hits a belly to belly. I don't know what he's doing now. I don't know what that was all about. Clothesline knocks him down. I think they're just having fun with each other at this point. You hit me and I hit you. Fish drop. Straight to the face. Scorpio Sky catches him with a DDT of his own. Taking shades of Jake the Snake in the last match. The 5-knuckle shuffle? Pretty much, yeah. Basically. His own version of it. Did you know the 5-knuckle shuffle is actually a reference to masturbation? Up top, leg drop, and he misses! I don't know how he missed there. Botch! And then Enziguri knocks down JTG. But he gets right back up, hits a move, again with that 5-knuckle shuffle. And Scorpio Sky gonna taunt now. Feeling himself a little bit. West Coast versus East Coast. And East Coast misses with the clothesline, and West Coast just got knocked down there in another awkward collision. Here comes JTG! What the hell? Saw that coming from a mile away. Uh-oh. Super kick! This time by Scorpio Sky. Everyone does a super kick. And there's one from JTG. This is what I'm talking about. Oh! That almost got him the win there. These are a couple of zeros. I feel bad saying that, but that's what the records show. JTG trying to amp himself up, trying to get the crowd behind him here. He wants to do this for himself, for his family, for the fans. Now Scorpio Sky again with that step kick. Wait a minute, Famouser. This could be it. 1, 2, and it is. JTG hits a big move and gets his first point in the season. We're bringing it back to you. So now if we look at the records, Scorpio Sky and Eric Rowan are both still somehow at 0 going into episode 6. And that's the kind of point where it's like you have to win. You have to. Or else you'll never get a title shot. And unfortunately, we've seen that happen before in the show where the guys just, they can't get that desperate victory they need, and they never get a shot at the gold. With so much stiff competition, somebody's got to be the loser. I think it's allergy season for me. We got Lacey Evans, Mickie James, first time ever here, facing off. Both of these women won a victory. Lacey Evans had to go up against Spawn, and she thought that was a bit unfair because she's a lady. She's a Southern belle, and she doesn't really know how to deal with a fantasy comic book hero. And, you know, or I guess he's an anti-hero, but same difference. She didn't know how to deal with Spawn, and Mickie James had like a 30-minute back-to-back bout with Becky Lynch. Like 2 weeks in a row. And unfortunately couldn't get a win there. So here we are. Kicking in the corner. Hip toss. Just start off with the basics. Simple maneuvers. Whoa, she jumps over her head. Maybe to confuse her. I'm not sure what that was all about. Showing off her athletic prowess. In the corner, Lacey Evans walks her down. And Mickie James is just going to stop another mud hole in her ass. And walk it dry. Mickie James. Ooh, shoulder block. Lacey Evans is a little bit of a larger competitor, but I mean, Mickie James obviously has the advantage in, I would say, skill overall. She's a veteran. She's got the experience. She's got the speed. She's got the technique. But I would put the striking power behind Lacey Evans with that women's right, as she calls it. She just straight up punches you in the face as her finisher. And there's nothing classy about that. And look at this. There's nothing classy about this either. This is just a straight up brawl. Takes her down with a clothesline and receives a drop kick. That's a refund right there. Oh, and there's that knee that we saw a lot before. She's doing it again. Seems to work. Hardcore country. She was a champion in both WWE and TNA. She could be a champion here in the future. I'd like to see it. Lacey Evans taking control now. Elbows and kicks and DDTs all around. Oh! He was groggy and got hit by that spinning wheel kick. I guess you could call that a heel turn. Get it? Heel turn. And it's over! Wow! Okay. Lacey Evans got kicked right in the face. I didn't expect it to end right there. Yeah, I would put that in the ass-whipping column. That's 1 point for Mickie James, and Lacey Evans is the only female still at 0. Next up, we have the big man, the machine, Brian Cage, versus the prodigy, Curtis Axel. We've got a wrestling fan versus a second-generation wrestler. An interesting combination. Interesting matchup. Curtis Axel has actually been more impressive than we expected him to be. Obviously. He's just not that kind of wrestler, you know? He's like maybe B+ at best. And I think he gets frustrated that the expectations are low, and he's trying to prove us wrong, and I say, hey, go for it. But you got to get through the machine, Brian Cage, if you want to impress anybody, and that's a big mountain to topple, to say the least. And there's a backdrop. Brian Cage showing off his power early, stalling suplex, slams him down. Referee's got to check that chokehold, make sure it's legal. Just a normal 30-minute match here. I think they're tied at 1 point apiece. So this would be a nice little 2-pointer. Oh, just slams him down with authority. On the outside, and another steal is introduced. And another chair. What is this obsession with grabbing weapons when you're not supposed to do that, guys? Oh my God. And he's bringing it in the ring, and the referee's threatening to DQ. What is this count? What happened to the just like calling off the match? Somebody's using a chair. We might have to replace this referee. He's not doing his job. Critical! What the hell? Oh my God! Oh my God! Curtis Axel's dead. What? Alright then. Yikes. 4-minute knockout. Brian Cage just won with a Samoan drop. Oh, that was the match that happened. Holy shit, I think that was our first squash match ever. We're gonna move on to Kiryu's defense of his junior championship. I know we've got some fans of Kazuma Kiryu here in the audience. He's got to defend against Molly Holly. We do have intergender matches. Like I said, anything goes in the undercard. And this will be no DQ, so chairs are legal in this one. Title on the line. Kiryu's got to defend. Molly Holly definitely earned her place to get this match, so here she goes. Oh my God! And she just powerbombed Kiryu. He says, I don't care who you are. She's wearing green today. I told her to do that. I said, hey, you gotta remind people of that one time you were teaming with the Hurricane. That's what fans want to see. They want to see you wearing green. Kiryu in the silver suit as usual. Goes for a takedown but missed it. Knocked her down anyway. Very unorthodox style here. The dragon style, I guess, from Kiryu. Doing lots of martial arts moves and some weird stuff we haven't seen before. And I think that's why he's been victorious. I think that's why he's been dominant here this season. Because he's doing things that the other performers aren't used to. Oh, and there's the cartwheel elbow by Molly Holly. Signature move, trying to roll him up. One. She could do it. That would be a huge victory for Molly Holly, as Kiryu is the first performer to hold a 3 count over Andre the Giant. That was last week. This is this week. And now Kiryu in a very different matchup here. He is a double champion. He's got to defend both belts week in and week out. And that's not an easy thing to do. He's just choking her now. And that's perfectly legal in a title match. Anything can happen in the world of wrestling. And this is what we love to see, a strike battle. Who's going to get the edge? And it's Kiryu with that big forearm smash and a knee drop hit right on target. Spinning her around, making her dizzy. In the corner we go, and a sidewalk slam there. Molly Holly just trying to slow Kiryu down a little bit. Awkward 1 count. Oh, he missed the punch. That's how he beat Andre. He just punched him in the face 1,000 times and seemed to work. Kiryu can't afford to miss these strikes. And oh my God, look at him just pounding a mud hole in Molly Holly, and he gets the win with the Dragon Rush. Kiryu again remains champion and dominant here. He's just got so much power. The power of the dragon behind those strikes. And that means that Kiryu is officially in first place. You've heard it here first. And usually the champion, the way it works, is the person that's in first place is usually the champion or the #1 contender. So, next up we've got Spawn versus Jerry Lynn. Should be an interesting match. I love watching Spawn perform here in the undercard, because I don't know what Spawn's going to do either. Never know what to expect from this man. Fight. Jerry Lynn isn't shy to just strike first. No fear in Jerry Lynn, the hardcore legend. Missing a step, but wait a minute, he hit the Russian leg sweep anyway. You want to talk about experience? Jerry Lynn's got more wrestling experience than half of our roster combined, I'd say. Sledgehammer to the back. Spawn trying to use the strength, but not sure if that's the way to go here. I don't know what Spawn's got in his playbook, but he's going to have to come up with something creative. Suplex reversal. Center of the ring just stomping on his nutsack. And again, Sting. Oh, sorry. Spawn. I almost called him Sting because of his face paint. Spawn with the nice reversal there. Botch on commentary. The slap to the chest. Spawn from the pages of the comic book all the way down to the canvas. Missed on that one though. Now Jerry Lynn going all the way against the ropes. Drop kick right to the face. He's made a name for himself all across the world. Now he's right here in the undercard. Trying to go from 0 to hero as he hooks the leg, and only a 1 count. 5 minutes gone in this competition. Face meets corner. And the corner always wins, ladies and gentlemen, as we know. Suplex bounces Spawn outside, but it gets right back up almost before Jerry Lynn recovered. Shows you the endurance of Spawn, and that dropkick, I'm not sure how much effect that had either. It's interesting to watch somebody with supernatural powers go up against a mortal man. Is it even really a fair matchup? I'm not sure. Oh my god, what the hell was that? A combo. A flurry of strikes by Spawn. That was weird. I liked it. Uh-oh. Hit him with the reverse. The big drop. Oh no, and Spawn's just bending his arms the wrong way. He had to break that up or he had to submit. Those are the only choices you got. Escape or quit. Ooh, and a desperation roll-up. But Spawn escaped before the ref was there. And he's just going to stomp on his balls all day long. That's what Spawn likes to do. To stomp on people's ball sacks. Tilt-a-whirl slam. And a super kick. I told you, everyone has one. I wonder if Spawn does a super kick. I'm sure he does. I'm sure every wrestler that has ever lived or died does a super kick. Or has done one. It's just like, you have to. Super kick, DDT, power bomb. Every wrestler has to know these moves. 1, 2. Spawn gets out again. And another kick to his face. 1, 2. And I wonder how much protection Spawn's costume really gives him. I guess it's not really armor, but some of it looks like it might be armored. And a spinning tombstone by Jerry Lynn as he just straight up shows that he has no fear in this matchup at all. Huge move there. That could have been enough to put away Spawn, but I don't think Jerry Lynn's done yet. And Spawn fighting back with his last breath. He takes him down. Spinning clothesline. That might do it. And a boot to the back of the head. Oh, he missed there. Critical mistake by Spawn. But what's this? All the way up top. Holy crap, a hurricanrana. From the corner, and now, oh, he just catches him with that wheelbarrow bulldog. And here comes those strikes by Spawn. He has to hit this move, and he does. He's going to hit it again. Fish drop from the top. Going for a triple, and he gets it. But Jerry Lynn just stood right back up. He doesn't want to lose this one. And Spawn, I don't know if he's getting desperate or if he's run out of moves. Adjusting the wrist tape. Getting ready for something big. Hits him with another one. Taking a breath. Suplex. Ooh, Spawn slips out of it. Hits a neck breaker. Nice move there by Spawn. Oh, those strikes are so dangerous. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cradle pile driver! And that's the finisher! Will Spawn be able to get out of this one? And he barely, somehow, managed to do it. He survived through the fires of hell and fighting with all kinds of demons, and now has kicked out of a big finisher. And what the hell? Moonsault from the ropes! What a spot. Oh my gosh. I didn't know Spawn could fly. I mean, he doesn't have his cape here. Usually he needs his cape to fly around. We're looking for a victory in this one. Tornado DDT, around we go, and it hits right on the mark. Dropping Spawn on the top of his head, but wait a minute. They've collided. Jerry Lynn, watch out. Spawn sees a weak opponent. Went for something, but caught by a roll-up. And Lynn almost stole that one. This is going to come to who is tougher, a hardcore legend or a superhero. Pretty much. Spawn hitting those fast punches again, but gets caught by that roll-up. Referee said there was a rope break. I'm not sure I agree. Hops over. Big time drop kick. Almost 20 minutes into this match. And I think we've got a classic on our hands right here. We had a 4-minute match today. And now we're having like a 20-minute match. There is a 30-minute time limit. And each of these guys really needs a victory right now. So if I was Spawn, I'd hit a big move. I don't know if that kick to the head was big enough, Spawn. He's looking a little bit dizzy, a little bit groggy from doing all of these moves. Wearing himself down. His powers might be limited here inside of that squared circle. And another tombstone! That's gotta be it! What are you doing? Lynn picks him up. Hurricanrana hooks the legs. Spawn somehow survives. What the hell? Cradle pile driver. 2 finishers. Spawn! Oh my god! How? Spawn might be the first person in history to kick out of 2 finishers, but wait a minute! Oh my god! Lynn's doing everything in his power to get a 3 count, and Spawn just somehow is slipping out at the last moment. The last millisecond, just kicking out of everything. Super kick! And they're both so tired. Slowing down with each step. Look at the mistakes they're making. He missed the drop kick there, and Spawn is using the effort to climb up to the top. I'm not really sure that's the smart thing to do. Roll over. It's over. Spawn gets it. Good gravy. Now, Lynn remains at one point somewhere along the bottom of the roster. And I think it's time for our main event. Our number 1 contendership. Colt Cabana versus Mike Tyson. The winner of this match will face Kiryu for the Undercard Championship next week, no matter what. No matter what happens, it's going to be one of these guys. Colt Cabana isn't exactly the person I thought would be in this spot right here, but he's managed to get the wins. You know? And I guess we're promoting his twit. Everybody's got to be a streamer nowadays. Maybe Mike Tyson will start streaming. Who knows? Doesn't matter. He's here on the undercard. And obviously Mike Tyson is going to go for these big strikes. What else can he do? He's a boxer. This is exactly what you would expect. Big punches, and I'm not sure how Colt Cabana is going to deal with that. Mike Tyson is a scary dude, to say the least. I wouldn't mess with him. Oh, they both missed something. Those kind of mistakes can cost you a match. You can't be missing your move. Gotta make sure everything hits. Everything's doing maximum damage. Elbow to the back, followed up by a Boston Crab, almost into a Lion Tamer submission there. Wrenching all the way back. Colt Cabana steps out of the way of those big boxing gloves of Mike Tyson. Powerbomb, I told you. Wait a minute! Mike Tyson caught him in an armbar there. A little bit of MMA. I was about to say, I told you everybody does a powerbomb, but then Mike Tyson hit a big counter. Oh! Ducked under the clothesline. They're both going for something. Oh, slipped out of that butterfly. He just keeps striking him in the face. And Colt Cabana can't take too many of those punches, or else he'll be in trouble. Could be knocked out, and then Mike Tyson would be the #1 contender. Trying to beat Cabana any way he can here. Mike Tyson using submissions. We saw him do that before, and I think he just understands that this is wrestling and he can do that. Not sure how effective it's going to be. If I was Tyson, I would stick to that game plan right there. Just laying on the fists. Ooh, STF. Cabana with the submission now. Colt Cabana went from NWA to AEW to the Undercard and goes for a cover here. Mark Armstrong with a 2 count. Looks like it's going to be a shorter episode, to say the least. We had a squash match today. Episode 5, squash match. Alright. Hey, it happens. Wait a minute. I think Colt Cabana is busted open by those strikes. He was covering up pretty well, but one of them managed to get through, and a stunner! Cabana is leaking from the head. That's his brain juice right there on the canvas. And Mike Tyson's gonna see that red and attack like a bull. Look at him, just stomping all over the place. No respect. Mike Tyson doesn't care. It's over! Cabana couldn't take those strikes anymore. That's a TKO finish. And Tyson will face Kiryu in the next episode. Cabana had no choice. He was hurt. If he had continued, he would have been sent to the hospital, I'm pretty sure. Well, well, well. What a show. I think somehow Spawn versus Jerry Lynn was the match of the night. I think the surprise of the night was that squash match that Brian Cage just knocked out Curtis Axel with a Samoan drop. And every day we learn something new. Who the hell is Aiden? Why do I always see these weird names of people I don't know who they are? But anyway, thank you all for watching. And we will return soon for another stream brought to you by me, Underdog Plays, and more Undercard Season 3 coming soon as well. So tune in next time, and I'll see you guys right here on the Twitch page, or you can go check out my YouTube. So do those things and subscribe to those places, alright? Bye.